today we will forge. Trying again. We're trying again. This should be loading correctly. Let's see if the stream is actually working. Because we had a major issue a second ago. It looks like it's actually working. So restarting the modem router seems to have done the trick. We had to do that, I think, this morning, so I'm kind of annoyed by that. Doing it twice in one day is kind of odd. But, yeah. Okay, so it's up and running now. It looks like. So I've kind of got some stuff going on. There we go. Yes, there we go. You are correct. So I kind of have some stuff going on with the block out. I don't know what you know. I don't remember where I was last stream, but a lot of this is new. Some of it is still old, and some of it is new. I've got a lot more of this natural rock surface actually put in. Like, these two pieces are garbage, and I'm definitely not going to keep them, for example. But like the rest of this is actually looking pretty good. But yeah, I do think I need probably something here to show, like, you know, to show some kind of thickness here. Let's do that. Doop 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 doop, like that. Actually, that looks pretty good like that. Because I put some support on there for that giant piece there, and I feel like that's pretty good. You know, it's repeating, actually. I need to probably yank it, you know, pull it a little different, put it into a different angle, and make it work out that. Or let's see, 720p boo. Oh, weird. It shouldn't be. It should be like just like any other stream I've done. I didn't change any settings, is what I mean to say. So it should be the same as any of my other streams without change, but let me know if that's not the case. So that's pretty good, and then I was thinking about it's going to connect into another giant piece right there that goes outside the map, sort of on the other side of this gate, you know, sort of right there. And then that way, the flying vehicles won't be able to come over here and see these pieces. So yeah. Is it still really low resolution, or was that a temporary thing? Oh yeah, I'm seeing that. It only goes up to 720p, 60 frames per second. What? I'm streaming at 1080. Like, my settings in OBS are streaming at 1080. I wonder if, like, Restream kicked it back to, like, reduced it or something like that on their end because of the original stream going down for a bit. Restream sets it to 720. How do I fix that? Do they not have a setting for that? Let's see. Stream settings. I know it's just a... Here, I'll just put this over here so you can see what's going on. Oops, something went wrong. Why? Why did something go wrong? Stream settings. I forget, did we already go through all this? Like, resolution is set to that. Check the stream on your social platforms. Yeah, sure. Give me the stream settings. That's why I keep clicking on. No, this is just that. Pull links, primary stream, backup stream, pull links. So why don't they have a setting on here to let me change that? 3 land? What? Why is my thing set to 3 land instead of 3 lane? Ugh. 3 lane map turned on its ear. Gosh. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Restream poo-poo? Yeah, I don't know. It's reducing this down to 720. Is this something where, like, I have to pay for it to, like, make it go higher or something like that? Is that why it's is that why they have it set up like that? If I pay for it, does it become like 1080? Because if that's the case, then I can always pay for it once I start making money off the stream in some way, you know what I mean? Once I have enough followers and stuff like that. But for now, I guess it's limited to that. I didn't realize that was the case. I thought we got the new graphics card and then everything was going to be nicer and prettier. That's a little lame. Okay, so we've got this, like, hut thing going on. I'm going to put another one over there. I also have a grav lift setup down here that launches you into the doorway there. And I'm using these pieces as like a receiver platform that's going to be here. I can actually just delete that practically, but I'm going to leave that there for now for the floor height. Let's see, music's killing my ears. Is it? How is it killing your ears? It's Halo Infinite theme music. Is it too loud? I don't know why it would be too loud, but I can turn it down a bit. Okay, okay, let's see. Was a bit too loud. Okay, cool. I just turned it down a tiny bit. Is that better? I did not know it was too loud. It would have been that loud for the last stream too. And I bet it was just the soundtrack that made it where you couldn't tell it was so loud last time. Okay, so I've got a lot of stuff sort of like getting close, you know? It's not like... It's not arted yet, but I threw together some better... Like, the natural terrain, I feel like I block it out and art it at the same time. I feel like whenever it comes to the actual, like... I mean, I did block it out originally like that. Okay, I'll rephrase that. Whenever I'm blocking out the buildings, I am sort of arting the terrain, because the terrain has to feed into the buildings naturally. Like the pieces have to. And so I feel like I've got to do that. You know, I feel like I have to art and block out at the same time. But yeah. Okay, so this is all, I think, coming together really nicely, and I gotta figure out what's next. So basically, this is a jungle, that's jungle, 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 and jungle. This is obviously breaking the connection, so I'm gonna have to, like, and this one is in a much better position. But basically, I need to position this a little differently. I was originally going to have them not go across from each other, but I think I will actually have them go across from each other now. Mainly because I just realized that maybe I should make these look like they could also be a hard light bridge across. And I'm wondering, would it be cool to put a switch that toggles it to where the hard light... There is a hard light bridge. And then... Okay, did I just grab this rock? I did. Yeah, okay. Like, there's a hard light bridge, and then you press a switch, and it switches to grav lifts. Or rather, the grav lifts are the default. And then the hard light bridge activates after that. You know what I mean? But if I do basically... Nope, that's not what I want. I do not want snapping to be turned on. But, okay. Like, if I basically have these lined up and grav lifts cross in the middle to launch to them, right? And then I'd have like a round... I'm doing like a round tower over here. As opposed to... Wait, I guess if that's the case, you know I should be doing? Oh, don't mess up my angles. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, did anything else get messed up, or was it just this one piece? It could be all of the pieces inside of this. Because that was the one that got jacked up. Which would be extremely frustrating, because they're all, like, more precise. Fortunately, they're all cylinders. I think that should be fine, because they're all cylinders. But this one needs to go back to its position. Okay, yeah, no, this thing definitely rotated. Damn it. Gotta hate that. Okay, I'm back. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome. I guess you probably weren't able to get those guys back, but that's okay. This piece just got jacked up. I can probably go grab it from an older version and bring it back in here and line it up and stuff. But I was actually going to redo this, and I was being dumb. I should have just lined this up. Like that. Probably. And that would get my, angle better without sinking all of this structure into the wall. And I would keep this here. So the idea was that this is like a structure that they built onto the side of this cliff. Onto the side of this rock. And I might adjust things, like that might be taller by the end, or something like that. And I might change how it goes into the rock, but... I also didn't like this hex anymore. This is going to be gone, and I'm going to build a building into that to make it look cooler. But, yeah. I might even make it look like there's a lower floor, where this is, all over the staircase, I'll put, a big old rubble over the staircase, and if you look down through there, there's, another room down there or something. And then there'd be, a closed window or something out here to where you can't actually get into it. Which would also mean that there could be a door here that's just locked, which would be kind of interesting. But anyway, yeah, we've got that. Let me refresh and stuff like that. Oh, you did. Wait, did everyone just rejoin my stream? And that's because there's 6 people viewing, so I don't know if you actually brought your people back or not, actually, now. I'm like, oh wait, actually, did you get them back? I didn't hear it say that I was hosted, so I assume that you didn't, but yeah. Let's see, hold on. This thing got rotated wrong somehow at some point in the process of placing it. There we go. Alright. But yeah, I only had 3. Okay, cool. Well, they seem to have come over manually, so that's great, because we got lots of people. Okay. Alright, so I hope this map ends up being as cool as I think it's going to be as far as like experimentation goes and stuff. So the one question is, can you grapple shot up there? And I think I do need to test that. Let's see. I posted a link to your channel. Oh, cool. Thank you. I saw some people followed actually, and howdy, hey James, how's it going? I saw that I got a few new, like a new follower or maybe two. I couldn't quite tell because it happened while the stream was dead, and so I saw that they had followed, and then like it kind of disappeared. So that was kind of unfortunate because it basically happened on OBS, and I missed their name too. So if you're the one who followed, please let me know. I'll say thank you directly and shout your name out. Let's see, enabled grapple shot. If you care about that sort of thing, I mean. Let's see. Okay, so if we get that grapple shot and test it out, let's see if it works. Okay, so where can we grapple to? So that's where you're going to grapple to. Let's see if I can... Yeah, there we go. It slings you right into the room. Perfect. That is the idea. It worked out perfectly. Okay, and then this will come around here. This is obviously not a good connection there. Whoop, there we go. And we've got some like dirt, which is going to have rocks around it later. You know, it's just sort of like moss-covered rocky area there. For now, we have this over here, which I think I might either raise these up or lower that down so that I kind of want it to be high up here and then sort of slope down like a ramp down to like this height. I'm loving that I can actually visualize this, right? Like it's actually like coming together now. You can like get up on the roof. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I didn't see this happen whenever I was placing it. Obviously, I was gonna put like a cap off on the roof here, but like putting a higher cap in the middle here, like the Vikings did this, where they'd have like a ventilation. You know what I mean? Where you like if you put a fire in the middle, I could do a little tiny bit of Viking architecture, just a little nod to Vikings by putting a little brazier in the middle of this floor here, right? And then just make it to where like the smoke is going up to where it would go up through there. That doesn't look any good because I forgot to copy the underside. There's another piece that I need to copy that was in here. See how it's nice and clean in here. It's got sort of doubled up wooden panels that are going to be like connecting into proper wood. But they have like a gold overlay and then wood underlay, you know, kind of thing. So it kind of looks kind of cool. One of these needs to probably have fewer scratches on it, because I think the scratch layer is a little much on one of these. There we go. It's a little... because of how scaled up it is, I mean. But yeah, okay, so apparently I need to like add it into the prefab because I didn't copy it over. So I'll probably have to just replace my other prefab. Let's see. Bring them all out and then merge them all together. That should include everything. And then I can replace this other one which didn't have its underside. That's like the wooden paneling underneath the brass, right? Oh, no. Oh, jeez, it's doing that thing where the that's annoying. Okay, I'll fix this later. This object is broken. It's not gonna select it because it's just being a pain in the butt. It's a new bug. Where you can select now. I can select things through it right now. Let's see. Okay. Actually, let's see. Let you know when I'm back. Oh, okay. Oh wait. Are you going AFK? So are you saying let you know when I'm back? Okay. Or were you saying that you were just now letting me know when you're back? I'm not sure. Hide it and unhide it. Oh, okay. That fixes it? Oh, thanks. Thanks for that, because that's... Oh, man. Finding it, though. It's a prefab. It's going to be in a section with prefabs, I'm sure. I'll just hide and unhide every prefab. How's that? I've tried, like, holding down the back button to do it. Okay, that didn't seem to be it. That's not it. I've got too many prefabs on this map right now. Oof. Prefab 4. Nope. Alright. I wish you could sort this by, like, recent. You know what I mean? Like, the most recent object you've placed. That would be nice. Not seeing the thing, though. There's prefab 20, 22, 34. There it is. Alright. Awesome. Thank you. I think I need to break some prefabs up, though, because boy howdy do I have too many of them, it looks like. Alright, so... Wait, did it just do it to the new one? Okay, cool, it didn't. Cool, cool. So now I can bring this over here, snap it into that one. Although I do need to make an adjustment, and I just realized I didn't make the adjustment on the original. I'm just going to delete this one and make the adjustment over here, and then I'm going to do it. So the adjustment is the parent. I need it to be not one of these barrels. It needs to be the awning. There it was. Is that the main one? Or the... Yeah, that's the main one. Okay, cool. Well, Aaron, you never told me that. I see how it is. Nice. Aaron's like, did Aaron just watch you struggle earlier? Just to be like, he still doesn't know. Does he know? Okay, so there's that one. And then... there it is. Cool. Okay. So now this one has the wooden paneling on the inside. We're on world, right? Yep. Okay. Flip it around that way. Is it snapping into the correct place? Looks like it. There we go. Yeah, I like it. Cool. Alright. I see how it is. I think so, actually, lol. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's much better for the roof. But anyway, the point is that a brazier here with like smoke rising up through that gap right there in the middle would be kind of cool. And that would actually be a really cool source of light because I could make like a flickering like fire light, like actual fire there. This was supposed to kind of maybe end up looking like a Japanese style like little shrine. Obviously the way this is wrapped is no good. And I need to copy this over to the other side. I guess I could theoretically make it wrap around round on both sides. You can see how I lined it up so that it'd be nice and it'd be good with it being squared. But I could, yeah. Do what now? Let's see. I don't want tips from Linus, especially his tip now. I see. Let's see. That makes sense, I suppose. Okay, let's see. What angle do I need this to be? Because that... You didn't read the rest? Oh, what else? Oh, the line... Yeah, no, I saw that. No, I saw that part. I skipped that part. I skipped Aaron's part. I wanted to be sure to keep it, you know, oh, this is a PG stream. It's not a PG stream, but you know, I skipped that part. Let's see. Wait, is this wall the same as that other wall? Okay, cool, they are. All right. So, let's see. Unacceptable. Okay. Yeah. I was like, you know, that one needed to be skipped. Let's see. Here we go. And then we snap to there. Oh no. Please snap properly. Please don't do this to me. Oh. It's just like, nope, I'm gonna make it a pain in the butt. I'll make it as difficult as possible. Buddy, please don't put that in my face. Okay, I'll open it for you, but you probably haven't finished the other one I opened for you a couple of hours earlier. I'm sure there's some left over. So be careful, don't make a big mess. Okay, cool. Oh, Discord? What did you say in Discord? The door, you didn't lock the door, so the door's unlocked. You can go through. The door is not locked. Oh, wow. Yeah, accurate. Let's see. Oh, jeez. Okay, I've got to go open the door that's not locked for my son because he thinks it's locked. I'll be right back, guys. It's not locked. See? You didn't lock it when you came in, so it didn't become locked just because it was closed. You're okay. Alright, okay. Got it. He's done. He's good. Very relatable. Yeah, I know, right? His tips would all be in computer terms, so having your thumb drive in a... Your girls used to be important. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, I think... Wait, did it do it? It finally did it? Okay, cool, it actually did it that time. That's awesome. Alright, so now I need to bring this over here. Oh wait, I don't need this anymore because it's got a diagonal. And then I need to flip this over. And then I need to stretch it over to there. And we will have a proper floor. I just need to do the Y to snap it. 22? Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. That's how wide this is. Plus that. Okay. Alright, 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 alright. Now we gotta delete this. And this. And this. And this. And we need to copy this a few times. Nope, that's not what I wanted you to do. Oh, come on now, get the wall out the way. Okay, here we go. So then I think there's going to be either a back door over here, in which case I can duplicate this and snap it there. Or there's going to be a door maybe on the side. Maybe both. And this one may even have a door. I might make it like a little, like... You know, like those little bunkers that have the 4 doors on some of the maps, you know? Been watching Last of Us all day, really enjoying it. Oh yeah? The TV show? It's really good. I would tell you to check out my map, but you watched me build it for 2 hours, Lamel. I know, right? I watched you do it, so I know what's going on there, and it's coming along very nicely. It looks great. Yeah, and I think most of my viewers right now are probably people who came from your stream anyway. I am assuming. So, you know, that's probably also the case. So should I do 3 doors like this, where I've got a door coming out here? You know, like, should I do 3 doors like this, or do you think I should do a 4-door section, like open this one up and make a little path area there? Because this side, I was thinking about doing that over here, was having a door that was lower on this platform with a staircase going up. So like, in this case, it would be like, oop, not that. Let's go to 15 degrees. Something like this kind of thing. Is this correct? Is something wrong with the floor? No, it's the same on both sides. Okay, so it's just missing its piece here. It's doorway piece. Here we go. Nope, that one. There we go. Let's see. Make it a hole in the wall instead of a door, like it got destroyed. Oh, that might be cool. I might make that with one of the others. Because this one I forgot I was going to put a staircase going down to that lower area on the opposite side. So I might as well do that over here as well. I think 20 degrees is a decent slope for ramps in Halo. A lot of the classic maps did 20 degrees for their slopes. Or at least Waterworks did. Waterworks did. This would be a little staircase, of course, and then the others would be at the ground level. And then I might, like I was saying, put a brazier in the middle, which would be pretty cool. Do they have any brazier objects now that I think about it? Like a nice medieval looking brazier would be really cool looking as an object. Just a big bowl. I mean, oh, you know what? They have pots. They have pottery. I can use that. In fact, they don't just have pots. They have that pot that I used earlier down here. I might grab one of these or something like that. Night time soon. Oh, you're going to bed, Aaron? Man, why? It's only 5:30. Let's see. Where is Destructibles? That's where the pots are, right? In an hour. But it's only 5:30, Aaron. Just kidding, obviously. Let's see. Pot. Clay pot with plant. Oh, I could just put the plant on fire, you know? That would work. Well, I'll put one of these destructible. It'll totally not disappear after it's been shot. Let's see. Vent cover. Power box. Electrical boxes. Frame picture. Read me. Oh, what'd you say? Wait. Make it a hole in the wall instead of a door like it got destroyed. Yeah, no, I read that. Yeah, I read that a second ago. And I agree. I could definitely do that. I might do that on the... What I'm saying is I might do that on the side with the waterfall. Or maybe I should do that on the back wall. Like toward the bases. But yeah. It doesn't show my comment. Oh! Which comment? What was it? I don't see that any other comments, so... Let's see. Yeah, well, sleep is shit right now. Yeah. I think that maybe Kick ate it. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think that Kick might have eaten it. So I was watching Unique yesterday, and I came to realize that this is a really good way of making like prison bars and stuff, because he did it. And I can't believe I didn't notice this before, and how good of a piece this is for that. Like, you can just set this to like brass or like iron, and there you go. You don't need to worry about anything. Like, you got an iron door right here, or iron gate door right here, right? I was like, why didn't I think of that? And it shoots through and everything. Like, I don't think it hits it. I think it just goes right through. But you can't get through. I could be wrong. Yeah, it goes right through to the other side. So like, it doesn't stop bullets. Actually, hold on. Okay, it hits on the sides, but yeah, it's a sick piece, right? So like, that's that. There might be another one. Ooh, this is probably I'm gonna use this for sure. In fact, can this... Oh, obviously I gotta change it off of dynamic to static to rescale it, but I was just wondering, can this be used for like wood panels? Oh, I'm gonna use this in the support structure in these buildings a lot. Like, I might use this. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. And then watch, I'm gonna go, that's 30 degrees, but that'll work too. If I have like this in here as a I-beam style, as like a beam style thing. Oh, come on now. Where's my, okay. X and Y. Right, so I have my beams, and I link these parts up with, see how it's got like a cross beam and everything, so like I can put this into there, right? And it looks like it's been designed to fit there and hold it all together, you know? And all I've got to do now is make it wide enough, and then I could like link it to there. Sorry, hold on, it needs to be over here. I can do this. Yeah. Right? Let's see, that's a sick piece. Can you make a wall out of that? Is a Torii gate from Wish? Oh, it's a Torii gate from Wish, this is? Yeah, this would be a Torii gate from Wish if it's not part of the support structure, but like I can make it like linked from one side to the other. Obviously it's not properly scaled right now, but let's see. I think I need to scale it in a little more. There we go. And like, that's a piece of the support structure, right? And then they would do in Japan they have very intricate cross connections like this. Well, first let me put another one on this part and drag it over here and put it there. I like how precise their movements are since the latest update. Like, you can actually just joystick yourself across like this, and it'll like actually, like it does in fact maintain a proper, you know, position and everything. But like, look at that. That's the start. And then we duplicate it again, and we flip it over, right? And then we try to use it in reverse to link together. Let's see, exactly where do I want this? I think it would be like this. But you're right, this is like a really simple way of making a Torii gate. I think this probably would be a very important piece in making a proper Torii gate. And I bet the people who did make Torii gates probably did use these, because I've seen some people have them on like you know, on the thing, on the share drive. So they have these intricate like connecting systems in Japan. Did I somehow get the height wrong on the second one that I placed? No, okay. And either sideways, maybe, or vertical. I might go sideways and link it in like this. Sort of make it look like there's pieces of wood sort of interlocked. Something like that. This is much farther out over here. There we go. Let me see if that's any good. I might need to adjust where it is and what's going on with it. But anyway, the point is, let's see, wall. Oh, yeah. So this wall was the one I was thinking would be broken down, potentially. And have a nice little downward slope here, which is how you're supposed to exit to go this way. And then a nice exit over here, which would actually be at the height of the rock, or something like that. I might have to move the entire gate up, or maybe move all of these down, but if it's going to be this height, then yeah. I wanted to see if you can use that bench for a wall. Oh! It probably could be used for a cool wall. Let's see. Let's see how good it can go. So the wood doesn't look overly stretched. It actually does a really good wrapping for its texture. Got some curved corners. It definitely looks pretty good. And I can use these blocks. You see that? I can use the blocks interconnected into the things that already exist. Sort of give a support, part of the support structure of the building. Obviously this is a, I'd be using it I guess on the diagonals. So let's turn it 45 degrees. Oh wait, that was not 45 degrees, that was 30. And basically I could theoretically use these and then have another piece here for the turn, you know what I mean? Maybe. Like if it was something like this. Not exactly, but I don't know, maybe. I think it looks really good here as part of the support structure. Like if it's put into the put those blocks into it to look like they're pieced inside of it. They're pinched in between two pieces of wood, you know? And like sort of nailed or pegged in place. That kind of looks good, but obviously this was going to be a door. Can you change the wood texture on it? I believe so. It's got wood distressed. I could go this other wood distressed. I could go wood planks. But yeah. Or I could even go like a stucco. Let's see, where's I think concrete poured rough. UNSC concrete poured rough will look like stucco if it's used on a wall like this, and then maybe set to white. Whoops, right here, set it to white, and then, or actually more of an off-white, more of like a khaki, a beige. Let's see, and then this could be, I don't know what the dirt layer looks like. It looks kind of, I don't know about this dirt layer because I don't see any dirt on this thing at all. Ah, dirt layer is like in the grooves there. Actually, that's kind of cool. Huh. Of course, it's turning this to white instead of wood, so I don't know. But yeah, I think that if I go like this and go with the wood distressed, and look, it's got that growth on it now, and then we can bring this down. But like I said, this is going to be an opening, so I'll probably use this in one of the other huts, like over here. This hut right here is going to have some like supports and stuff like that. It'll make it look really cool. Maybe down here, these huts might have like a blank wall. But these up here, I kind of wanted to be like little center points that like connect to multiple different sides. And this piece was going to be straight up like a Forerunner piece that's sort of going to be like they built onto a Forerunner gateway thing with this thing like underneath it. You know what I mean? So like they're gonna have this all like set up like it's a shrine to this Forerunner gate. Is the idea, like where the rest of this shrine, it's all like a way of like entering in and paying reverence to the Forerunner gate that's a passageway, obviously up from down there. Let's see, generate reflections. Oh yeah, I'll do that. What does the bench look like the opposite way? Stretch small. Did you already do that? Really not a fan of the old style architecture being built with Forerunner. Well, you'll see. Because what I want to do here, let me grab my I think I still have it up already as one of these tabs. Just got to figure out which one it is. So the way they build natural, like this, how they build their regular, you know, their actual wooden structure into the natural and the way that looks. I want to do that, but built into Forerunner. and the way everywhere where it connects, it's where you know how they, whenever you break something in Japan, there's a tradition to glue it back together and paint over the seams with gold. Everywhere where their wood touches the Forerunner structure, I'm gonna put gold there. I'm gonna like put a little thin piece of like golden, you know, shape there, so that it looks like it's like actually, so they're like paying reverence. So like, our building is not allowed to touch the Forerunner structure directly, unless, except for with these like golden, these literal pure gold like couplers kind of thing, and that's how they sort of are going to pay reverence and stuff like that to it. But it's going to be kind of cool. Also, these gates are not going to be this simple. One thing about the Forerunner gate, and I know that you guys just said something, I'm about to go and read that. One thing about the Forerunner gate that I didn't do was I have intention Forerunner. This is not going to look this simple in the end, because I had in mind to make them have these. May not be this one, might be the other one. I gotta figure out which one of these is it this one? Okay, yeah, it's this. It's the other one. One of these, this slope side, if you get really far away from it, suddenly these like white or light blue or whatever, like squares appear on it in a repeating pattern. And it's just some weird like bug, some like glitch with the texture. But anyway, I'm gonna do like something like this, for example, was what I had in mind. To go into the gate and sort of like act like this is how the structure used to be freestanding, was a little doorway that had that there, just as a way of like closing, like an energy barrier could close this up to where people with the grav lift would not be able to get through, and keep people from falling back down or whatever, was the idea. Actually, how did I get the height just right? Like, look at that. It's like perfect. Anyway, something like this is what I had in mind. One thing that, by the way, if you get the Forerunner objects, and they are from the MP ones, right? The multiplayer ones, or whatever. If you want to set them, this is what I did in Waterworks. If you want to set your object to match that in color, do pitch black 0.4. And it won't shift your color too much because of the thing, and it'll because of the fact that you went with black and then did a 0.4, it'll actually allow a lot of the original texture to get through, and then yeah, like that, it'll work really well. Forerunner missive, yeah. Anyway, the point is that that's kind of how I did it, or that kind of accomplishes it. But actually, what I might do is change up which texture this is using. At least this trim seems a little bit iffy. But the point is, something about my lighting, apparently. I need to bake, like you said, I need to bake my, let me save it before I bake reflections, just because that can sometimes cause a problem. Okay, I need to read what y'all are saying. Let's see. Okay. Really not a fan of the old style architecture being built with Forerunner. I explained that. I like it. It's a cool idea, and bugs me. It's like they stumbled upon it and then thought it was created by gods or something. Exactly. You can still remove me as a collab, as I'm not playing Forge right now. Yeah, I can. I'm just going to leave you in there in case you change your mind. It's because it'll be more convenient for me to not have to add you back. If you're not even in the game, then you won't see that you're in, so it won't matter. You won't, out of sight, out of mind. Let's see. I love the idea because it makes me think that the humans that found it probably tested the lifts and couldn't withstand the speed and force from it and probably died, lol. They probably thought gods made them and that they weren't worthy to use it, but tried anyways, right? Now you can just remove me, it's okay. I understand that, but that requires me to do extra work later. So, because I have faith that you will probably come back to Forge, and you may decide afterward that after you do come back to Forge, that you decide that you want to help me with this one again. So yeah. I'm just not gonna make more work for myself in the long term. I'm just gonna be lazy about it, and by being lazy, also, letting you really decide, for real, if you want to or not. Yeah, totally. Okay, so that looks good. I like the way that's gonna add some texture to the doorway, because these doors are somewhat simple, and I think I'm actually going to use this doorway as my doorway, because that's kind of one of the only ones I have available. And I think that's where it is on the other side. No, it's not. It's snapped to probably that one. Yeah. Perfect, I think. Okay, the slope is like perfectly going into the wall over there, and it's not over here. So something is wrong over here. Must have snapped into a different spot. Let's see. I've got to go here and move this way. There we go. That works just fine. Alright, and then we're going to delete the skinny one, because I like them being a little bit, I like it being a little thicker. Okay, could you imagine humans flying off lifts without proper equipment and just dying on the landing lookout? Exactly. I mean, like, a Spartan can just ride this thing up there and be fine, but like, they probably did it at first and someone like died or got heavily injured, like broke their legs whenever they got up here or whatever. But then, like, after that, they went, okay, hold on, maybe we can, like, equip with some combat armor or something like that. And they probably did try it until eventually they figured out a way to survive. And the god, you know, they probably put on, like, some holy raiments of, like, thick, like, padded armor. And then, like, attempted to make the jump, and then someone eventually survived. Maybe even someone who, like, proved they were worthy based off of the fact that they actually survived the jump. And then, yeah, all of this based on, like, what you were saying. And then, like, yeah, so, like, yeah, this all probably happened a long, long time ago here. You know? You just said what I was thinking. Yeah, exactly. Imagine if that's their way of chosen lords or something. Ha, I'm back. Did it myself. Oh, you removed yourself. Dang. Oh, wait. I hope that's not going to mess up my thing. Because that makes a new version of the game, of the map. I really hope that doesn't mess up my save. Because if that corrupts my save and, like, I lose a bunch of work, that's going to be really frustrating. Let's see. So let's grab this, which I think is X. Yeah, X. I doubt it will. It probably won't. It probably won't corrupt anything, but I'm just saying. Hopefully it doesn't. I'm sure it will be fine. Why did you want to be removed so bad? He does because he's rash, frankly. Because Aaron is rash, he makes a decision and instantly goes with it and gung-ho immediately. So whenever he decides, no, I'm bored of this now, so just remove me, done, I'm done, go, get rid of me, you know, from the list. But, you know, it's okay. It's just a personality trait. It's okay, though. It's a very useful personality trait in many situations. So it's not like it's a bad thing. Right. Sounds about right. Yeah. But yeah. So like he'll just, you know, he may eventually change his mind. Whenever he does, he'll be right back in, going like, oh yeah, add me, you know, and you know, in which case I'm cool with that too. Okay, let's see. So this is looking really cool. Because I mirrored it left to right, that means I'm gonna be able to copy it and put it over there, which is the only thing that I've got to change is the which side the slope is on. And I might have to do it the other way around over here, where like, if I keep this one as a slope, you know, if this is a slope, then it'll really be good there. You see what I mean? Like a little up and down there. And then this rock, of course, will look different once it's over there and stuff like that. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Let's see. This one, how many objects is in this? Because, let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna break it apart and see. 97. Okay, so I definitely cannot copy over both of these at the same time as the rest of the shack. So what I'm gonna do is probably copy everything else over, and then I will come back for that, because yeah, and I'll use this as a guide. I'll use that as my main piece and prefab everything else into there. That should work just fine. Here we go. I'm like, well, I do want that piece. I don't know why I just deselected it, but yeah, I'm pseudo-arting as I go. And that's, yeah. Oh, I think my music just cut off. Oh, so quiet all of a sudden. There we go. Halo Wars music is great. Let's see, okay. James, are you still here? Because you said something and then you disappeared. And I think that you said that you were about to leave and say whenever you were going to get back, like let me know whenever you got back or something, if I remember correctly, but I kind of forgot what you said right as you disappeared. Okay. Or maybe I should move it up. Like, the way that... Like, if this ends up being the height of the ground on the other side... The other side will actually tell me, I think, where I need to do with these ground pieces. Because that'll let me know about height a lot, you know? And let's see. Let's just add this to the prefab. I think that's all the pieces that I need. Flip it around. And then, boom. Oh, no. I moved. Ah, okay. There we go. So I was just talking about how it's so much easier to go left to right, like exactly, and then I immediately after, or like not too long afterward, mess it up. Alright, so that's around level. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that terrain's not in the right spot. Discord, okay. I mean, you could kind of tell that it was kind of needing to be adjusted anyway, but man. I mean, I guess if I raised it up, it wouldn't be a big deal. I might pick like a side shack, another part right there, where the stairs go down and it has like an extension out to the side that like does that. And that way I could like, I could raise this up and then not do a slope on that side, you know? Oh, apparently I didn't grab the slope piece anyway. Oh, no, it's just mirrored. Right, that's the other slope. Okay. But yeah, like do something, I could do something like this. Hold on, let me go down a bit until the natural terrain starts to appear, and then I will break this and this out and reattach, and then we will flip this down. That went 45 degrees. That is not right. Let's go 15, 15, and then 10, and that should be exactly opposite what it used to be. And then this one needs to be just, nope, not that one, this one needs to be, oh, okay, we're gonna go 45, and I'm about to check what you're saying. Discord, right, that's what you said. Let me check what you sent me in Discord. Let's see. Aww, little animals. So cute. So adorable. Is this a short video? Yes, it's only 24 seconds long. Look at how cute those little fuzzy critters are. Those are some kind of rodents. Huh. Look at that. Look at that. So cute. So adorable. It's gonna eat the other one's face. Okay, so we're gonna get back into this, and I don't mean immediately. Obviously, it's gonna eat the other one's face like after it dies. It's a chinchilla, I think. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. That sounds about right. You know, after the other one dies, it's probably gonna like eat the other one's face because they're rodents and that they have no souls. So they've got like literally no care about, you know, any of that. But they're adorable. They're adorable while they're alive. Okay, so like gingers. Aaron's like, yeah. I don't know if he's saying yeah for the chinchillas or yeah, they will eat the other one's face. But yeah, like gingers. Yeah, exactly. I've got a little gingivitis in my beard, which means I probably got like bit by a vampire or something. Might explain the scar. I have no idea. Who knows? Anyway, so we've got our height difference. I actually was gonna put a height difference. Do y'all remember that? I was talking about putting a height difference that was so subtle it wouldn't like give you too much of an advantage. Well, I might leave the height difference. Like actually intend it to be in there. Oh, I just realized that goes down into there. So like whenever they like built that to like in reverence of the structure above, it might actually be built around this. That would be interesting. Huh. We'll see. We'll see what that, how we go with that. But obviously I need to copy these over and I can't do them both at the same time. So I need to go there. I need to move it over. And since this is a old and ruined building. Oh yeah, I moved it over to the side, didn't I? Oh no, I moved it up. I moved it up. Okay, I need to grab... How much did I move it up? Okay, I need to grab this one's height. Wait, which is the... Yeah, it definitely changed. Whoops. Okay, that's not supposed to happen. We'll Discord chat, haha. Okay, Discord chat. Yes. There we go. Oh, what does it say? Been watching Last of Us all day, really enjoy. I would tell you to check out my map. Yeah. Me make it a hole in the wall. Oh, the thing that got deleted. Does the water all go the same direction no matter which way you turn the piece? Yes. Yes, it does. It's an annoying, like, the water right now just does that. Now, you might also mean the main chat of Discord, where you also sent a video. You also sent a little short video. So let me. Oh, that didn't open the video at all. Let's see what this says. What is this? Yes, exactly. Cats. Cats have no souls either. Yep. There you go. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's see. It's Hitler Cat, right? No, your server general chat. It made me laugh so hard. Yeah, exactly. I have no idea what your what you sent. Oh wait, no, I can see it there. Never mind. I see it down here. There it is. Okay, so this one's height. I can now grab it. Now I can put. All right, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna go to. Let's see. Control V, and then I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna grab this one's height. Control C, and I'm gonna come over here. It's off screen, but here we go. Minus this much equals exactly 8.35 higher. Cool. Very useful. Now I go add 8.35 to the height of this one, right? 8.35. 8.35. So that would be a 4, a 6, and then the 3 brings it up to a 9, and then 8 brings this up to a 3, and this up to a 7, and boom, we've got the correct height. Now we copy that one, and we grab this one, and we duplicate it, and we grab this one's, we paste that height in there, and then we bring it on over. Did it rotate? It looks like it rotated. Maybe not. Might be an illusion because of the way my angle of my camera is. I think that I also need to potentially go with this. There. There we go. Perfect. Alright, there we go. Look at that. Blockout is one step closer to being ready. Let's see, what are you saying? Sorry, I love cats, lol. Links don't post here, lol. Darn. Well, you can post it back in the other chat again. Oh, you said something about this a second ago. Scaling it small the other way, I think you said. So, this is the other way? Or was it the other way? No, I think it was the other way. It was like this, where you can have some really wide, a bunch of really thin. Ooh, that's like a, yeah, that's a good other kind of support. Yeah, you can like, that'd be if you want a really big square, right? I don't think I did it this way, right? It was the other way? Or did I have it this way? Let's see. If we reverse this, how big are these squares? Okay, so basically you have two options here. You have a sort of thin cross section and then a thick one, because these are just about, well, they're close. They're very close. But you see what I mean? So you could actually, yeah, we can actually make different versions. And the corners are less round on this angle. So yeah, that's really cool. Link still post here a little. Okay, there's a Twitter link. Interesting. Okay, so you sent so Aaron can send links, it looks like. Aaron's like, mwahaha. But otherwise you can send it in group chat. Let's see. Oh, a bird. Look at that bird. What a nice little dancing bird. That one will eat your eyeballs. Claw your eyeballs right out of your face. Birds are so cute. And There's a community big tune playlist in the works, but I can't tell. Then that's stay tuned. Oh, that was Forge Lord. Right. He said that. Yeah. That's what I was reading. I was like, what am I reading here? I don't remember posting that, and then I realized it's because I didn't. I shared his post.
Just got these ribs off the grill.
Okay. Hold on. We're turning off this music so I can hear what he is saying. Because I like this guy. I've seen him before on TikTok.
Just got these ribs off the grill.
The grill?
The grill?
Brother, they look like you took them out of the house fire. His brother had to make an insurance claim after grabbing them bitches. You playing barbecue roulette. You don't know if you grabbing the food or the charcoal. Them bitches look like he seasoned them with asphalt. He got a plate full of baby back gravel. Them bitches look like they was part of the fireworks.
I'm just slowly going up. Just falling off the bottom of the screen as he pans up. That was amazing. Okay, that was great. Man, he definitely overcooked those. A little bit of, a little bit of the, like, what do you call it? Caramelization is good. It's great. Fantastic. Good job. But, that much? No, not so much. Oh, right. Music. Music has to turn back on when I click back away from the YouTube video, or the other one. I love that dude. I know, right? He's great. Okay, so let's see. Looks like charred tree bark. I know, right? Okay. All right. So we got a little bit more blocked out. I mean, once this is all blocked out, Ripshade, I know you're really good at playing them and then, knowing where they need adjustments. That would definitely be whenever you'd come in and be able to mess with it and let me know what you think. But then on the other hand, anyone else can as well, so that'll be great. Let's see, I'm gonna bring this little measuring tool that I have up here and make sure it's set to 0 on the horizontal. And make sure, okay, this needs to go back and down, and then, yeah, we're still at 0. Good. See how much easier it is? And then this goes out, and I'm gonna make it touch the wall, the one on the left. Actually, the one on the right is the one, actually, wait, are they? It's hitting them both at the same time. Are they perfectly spaced? What? I just eyeballed that. That shouldn't be perfect. What? Did you see that? It's just like... It's hitting them both at the same time, roughly. Close enough for government work. Like, that's... Alright, okay, that's great. There's my measuring tool. Let's see. I'd love to. Hey, you didn't the same T thing as me, except mine was a plus. Yeah, and mine, I'm just moving it around and I'm keeping it and I'm making it to where it scales in both directions from that center. So yeah, no, I definitely am copying that from your thing. But yeah, let's see, Will Forge God, I know, right? Oh man, oh cool, congratulations, we have 100 messages today with Rip Stream Chat, look at that. Okay, so, that just like, that was freaking lucky. That was pure luck. Okay, so one thing I noticed is this rock surface either needs to get a lot more concave, because as you can see, it's really freaking close. Like, this rock needs to be moved away from it, I think. Like, it was in it. Whereas the other one, I mean, obviously it's going to be replaced with, like, something more like this. And then that rock is going to be more like this rock, But, like, I don't know. This waterfall is clearly not perfectly centered. You see what I mean? Like this rock and that rock, they're not centered to each other. If I wanted to make it a little closer to center, I'd move them a little further over. And this one would come over as well. To make sure that that gap is a little better. But ultimately, I think this piece needs to be adjusted. No, what did it just do? Ugh. Oh no. I hate this. These rocks always get messed up. Alright. Well, I can switch it to non-center and then adjust it to find the right spot. I don't know. It's just, it was an eyeball. This was part of the block out originally anyway. It was never a dead set version, you know, location. So there we go. That'll work just fine. And well, actually, no, it won't. I don't want to get in the way of the grab lift. So I need to adjust it a little bit more this way. Okay, there we go. For now, that will do. I don't think that's right. But it's close enough. Okay, let's see. Well, it's a very good way to measure things, especially if you use primitive blocks since they scale from the center out. Exactly, exactly. It's a really good basic technique. Oh, I kind of like that slope off the edge there for the waterfall. As if like the water has worn away at this whenever the waterfall was more shallow. They like hit this and sort of wore away at the rock. But then eventually, as the water got, you know, receded, got deeper and deeper in the middle, so then stopped being as high on the edges, it slowly went down. I really like that. That looks really good. Although I don't think I'm going to keep it exactly because this rock is not going to stay. I'm going to have to build that in whenever I do a more final build of that area. But this thing got way too big. I clearly need to scale it down and put like more than one because I need a transition from there to there. But this is too big. It's coming through the building, which is no good. It's snow goats. That's like a random thing for me to say because it was a coworker of mine. His story of a guy he knew, right? So there's this guy, right? He was a firefighter and he worked at AutoZone with me because I worked at AutoZone for a brief period of time. And he knew this other guy who had a really thick Indian accent. Whenever he'd say it's no good, it sounded like he was saying it's snow goats. And so he would make this like, so they would all like, he got in on the joke because he realized how much it sounded like that. And he would say it even more like snow goats over time. But the point is that he and his friends, you know, they all hung out together, like they were all co-workers at the time. And it's not my story. It's another guy's story that has become a phrase that I say randomly. That has nothing to do with me and should not be a phrase I say. But it's snow goats. It's become a thing for me too, just because I adopted it. I adopted it into my mind and now it lives there rent-free. Like so many things that should not be there. Anyway, let's see. I hope they bring the jetpack back, especially if it isn't OP. It would be a fun way to navigate maps. I agree. I would love the jetpack. I was trying to think of a way to script a jetpack, like before Forge even launched. And I was thinking like, oh yeah, we could probably script one if we do this, this, and this. And I was kind of like coming up with ways of doing it. Just so you know, now it is gonna live like rent-free in your brains because it is just snow goats. It's probably gonna work at least on one of you guys. You're gonna have that in your brain for the rest of your life. And yeah, now you're gonna know that thing now. Okay, Milky's time, then night time. Okay, sounds good to me. Let's see. Milky's time, that phrase you just said, Aaron, either makes me think you're about to go find your mother, or it reminds me of the Clockwork Orange, and neither of those are a good thing. I don't know. It didn't. Any other time you said it, it didn't, but this time, for some reason, it just like hit me. I was like, my brain is not liking this phrase you've just said. Yeah. Did you ever finish that one big team battle map that was in the desert? I have not finished it yet. I will do so. Let's see. I kind of like this. The slope kind of comes up at an angle now. Normally it does not do that to me, Aaron. So you know, you can keep on saying it. It's no big deal. But for this one time, my brain just broke. And did not like that phrase. It was like, nah. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna come down and yeah, no, I'm gonna do that. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Alright. I like that too. Yeah, the way this like slope is here, I kinda like that. It looks good. And I think you can clamber it. Oh, you can just straight up jump it. I don't know why I just had a bit of lag there, and I hope that's not something that the geometry caused, but yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know what that was, but yeah, so you can jump it, and because it's a an eroded terrain, Aaron, your favorite, it's rounded at the edge with its collision box, so it actually picks you up. It actually lets you very easily jump right up there without... I'm not crouch jumping, by the way. I'm just running into it and it's letting me. That area doesn't. But like right here in the middle, it's just letting me like... Okay, you gotta hit it like just right, I guess. But yeah, it's just letting me float. So like if I then crouch jump, I think I can get it over here too. Yeah, see, that was a crouch jump. I can get it over there too. That's really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. I think I'm gonna delete this one. And I'm gonna have to aim a grav lift. So I'm liking the idea of the grav lifts. So that's gonna be, or the man cannons. I think that's gonna be better. But yeah, there we go. I also think that this should probably have an area that comes down a little bit there. But like I'm saying, I'm gonna have it like extend out that way. Let me go grab a new fresh wall piece that hasn't been scaled or anything from over here. And then promptly scale it, I think, because I just realized I'm going to have to make it kind of go down and cover what I want to cover. Let's see. So this piece is going to go back here, I think, actually. Yeah. So then that way, and then I'm going to flip it over. And like I said, immediately scale it down, so... Unless you think I should have like wooden support structure here, because that would be pretty cool, I think. Let's see. What is that emote? What is that? Senpai Woo. Oh, I see. I was like, which one is that? I don't think I've ever seen that one. Let's see. James, did you actually just vanish? Like, James was here. He was. I promise. I saw him and they just vanished. Before you get off, could you run around my map and tell me what you think actually walking on it? And any feedback. Yes, I definitely can. That sounds like a good idea. I am going to bring this up here and see how this looks. Placed in here. So I think I need to undo the deletion of that so I can snap this to the middle of it or something. Whoa. When this thing scales, it doesn't scale the middle snapping point to the middle anymore. Oh, that's frustrating. So even if I did snap it to the middle of that block, it wouldn't matter because it's off to the side now. Okay, well, I will just knock it to the side. Before you get off, oh yeah. I will run around your map. You said, tell me what you think actually walking on it and any feedback. Yes, I will do that. Let me make this wider. I think I can make this a full 17, it looks like. Somehow I feel like I keep on looking up there because I feel like I'm missing something. Like I see some kind of weird text and then it's not there. Or something like that, I don't know. I love that rock terrain. Oh, would it be weird if the city not only just jumps to a new location, but it phased into part of a mountain or something? Or would that be too weird? That might be cool. I was thinking that it would have shown up in empty space, and a sentinel would have actually carried it down to its current location. But I do think that would work. If you'd rather have it like actually be landing on the planet whenever it arrived. If you want that to be the case, I can make that be the case in my story too. I don't just need to be out in the middle of space. That's just what I had in mind. Let's see. Okay. Now, oh, that's a cool idea too. Yeah. So like that's kind of what I had in mind. But again, like I said, you can change that if you need to retcon it. If you feel the desire to make it, as you have just said, my brain just stopped. Go to have it be like on the planet to begin with. Then yes, then that's perfectly fine with me. Let's see. Is there a bump there? Nope. Okay. So there's a rock. There's a little staircase here that goes up into it, which you'll be fighting the other side with. And up here, you can shoot across to the other thing, and then you can come around here. This is probably the most flat wide of an area in the entire map, is this top floor, which is kind of interesting. It's not exactly as vertical as I was thinking, which is not like a bad thing. I think I could make it more vertical if I wanted to by adding like some kind of like connection rock there, like watch, like this. If I wanted to bring that back in and make it more vertical, I could add a rock here. Keep that terrain that's sloped there, but make it a little less of an impact. And have this here. And then maybe do a, not a 45, a 15 degree turn. Make it shorter so it doesn't look so weird. And then, and maybe a little bit, maybe a little bigger around. Because I just made it too shrunk down, I think. Let's see. Object, flip it around. Oh, I'll do the flat side. Yeah, that looks good. That way it kind of like goes with the stone. In fact, it kind of looks like, or I mean the structure of the roof. Looks pretty good that way. Let's see. I love how you did the cliffs and stuff with the rock pillars. Yeah, I think this is going to look really cool, especially whenever like a wasp is trying. That, of course, is just a floating rock. That doesn't have anything to do with it. But like with a wasp like trying to like fight the base, and then like you've got these rocks here. It kind of gives the wasp the ability to like fly behind them to use them for cover, but it also means that like the wasp can't like you can hide behind them yourself as well. So I'm liking the way that turned out so far. Hopefully it doesn't become a problem. But yes. So then if I flip it around, let's see if this is actually any good or if I should use a different rock entirely. I'm going by 45 degrees and it is too much, and I think I went way too big. Let's see. Let's go the flat side like that and scale it down a lot. And then I will feed into this in different angles. This is just to create the initial shape. Kind of reminds me of what do you call it? Let's see. Oh, what did you say? I've only just noticed this is using Alpine dyes. What's wrong with that? Alpine looks fantastic, and it's the only way to get dynamic shapes without like completely killing your ability. Look, Aaron, you gotta remember, I'm building the map, not just the skybox. Yes, eroded terrain is 100% the way to go with the skybox, but it also has really shitty collision box. Because biome-specific rocks are the big poo-poo. You can't go with just eroded terrain and the columns for actual blockout. To get the shapes you need, you have to include some other stuff like terrain pieces and blocks. I don't believe that it would be possible to get all of the stuff exactly right that way, unfortunately. But I do understand the desire to use all of those. I 100% get it because I wish I could. But I do need to use Alpine rocks. Just takes time. Yes, you can, just takes time. No, it uses like 6,000 more freaking pieces. If it uses so many pieces, you can't do it. Like I need to accomplish the same shape in fewer pieces as the like 600. Like it would take like 5. Like if I wanted to make this one column, it would take like 1, 2, 3 pieces with eroded terrain. And if I stretch it too tall, first off, it won't keep all of this interesting rounded like broken up pieces of rock. But more importantly, it would also like it would lose the what do you call it? The collision might be a little off because I have to scale them really tall, and then on top of that, it would have some issues with I mean, it would be price. The object count would go way up. By using these and then adjusting that skylight to make them look like orangish, kind of like this, so they're a little more unique and don't look too gray. It makes it to where I can, like out there in the skybox, I'm going to be able to use more eroded terrain to make this skybox look cooler. I believe in you, Will. You got this. Yeah, I think this has got to be the way to go. I am a little bit feeling like that rock looks terrible there, but I think that's not even final anyway. So I think whenever I get let's do one of these. These pieces are nice. Let's grab one of these. I'll grab that one though, so it's not still got its like default sort of dimensions. Not exactly default, I did adjust it, but it's closer to default than it would have been otherwise. But yeah. But that's the only reason that that's why I had to for Waterworks. Like, remember, I got to 100% budget on Waterworks. And then I fortunately was able to retrieve some of that budget back whenever I was making all the upgrades I've made recently. Because I'd way overdone it in object count with the trying to make it look like like Halo 2. You know what I mean? Trying to make it look 1-to-1 to Halo 2. I overdid it in budget count, in object count, and eventually had to scale it back. So the better graphics use fewer pieces than the worst graphics that I had originally. The one that looked exactly like Halo 2 is actually more costly on the budget of Halo Infinite's Forge than the one that's current, which is kind of wacky. Let's see, I don't know what half the stuff you guys are talking about even means, lol, so I just use whatever, Lamau. For fuck's sake, hate not being able to send sub emotes. Wow, that's insane. Yeah, that would be crazy. So basically, this is the one he wants to use. He wants me to use, and it's eroded terrain. It's really good. You can retexture it. It's really good for that. It has it's. I don't know if this is why they call it eroded terrain, but it's like its collision box is an eroded version of the polygon count of the original object. It's like they reduced the number of polygons by like one step almost, right? Which I think is called eroding, if I remember correctly. I think they call it that in Blender at least, in like tools that are designed to do that. But the point is that what we're talking about is this. If I went ahead with this piece, what I was saying just now is if I went with this piece instead of that piece, and I wanted to get basically the same shape, I'd have to duplicate this object and then do it 3 times, and then like do some rotations and some scaling, you know, bits. This is not going to be perfect version of that, copy of that one, but effectively to create that same rock, essentially, I would need 3 of these, right? This is not going to be perfect, like I said. This looks terrible, but that's because I just hastily threw it together. And then I might like flip this one around, for example, and then do this side. And that could make a version of this rock. Obviously, it's got its piece on the end is much smaller than the rest. This one's a little more medium. And that kind of makes the same rock effectively. Obviously, like I said, it's hasty and crappy. And you're locked to one color. I think the gray rocks look better than that, though. Biome-specific are super low quality in comparison. Well, that's insane. Super low quality? What are you talking about? This has I mean, yes, that weirdness there of all that like pot mark stuff, but the actual like this texture is way better than this one because this one gets all stretched. Like, look at that. Look at that nasty. Look at those stretch marks. So like there are definitely some problems with eroded terrain as well. But from a distance, you can kind of see more detail into this one. This one, like, I can't add algae to this and then add vines growing on it to make the whole area look more like naturally overgrown and stuff like that. And that's why down here I actually have an eroded terrain here and an eroded terrain here and an eroded terrain here, is because I do want to have some like vines and stuff like that kind of growing in here. And so I have like, this is the area where it gets wet enough to grow plants, right? And then this area is just solid rock. You know, that kind of thing is what I'm going to go with whenever I'm doing this. And I might make some more, like another one right there, for example, or adjustments or whatever. But the point is, that's kind of how I'm compromising. I have one that's designed to be the gray of that rock, but then also have algae on top. And I'm kind of trying to compromise to get both, the best of both worlds. So I get the value, I get the budget value of these, of this kind of rock, where I've got literally 2 of these, are making up what would be like probably 5 or 6 of these. And then on top of that, I've got the color, or the grass growing on it. Because, like, for example, this piece right here and this piece right here are the same piece, but because they're textured differently, they look completely different. And one of them's flipped over, obviously. But because they're textured different, they look completely different, right? So, like, that's the power of eroded terrain. But I just have to do a combination of all of them and see if I can get it. But yeah, I like that idea a lot. Very good way of going about it. Imagine Waterworks that just eroded terrain. Lamau probably wouldn't load. Well, it would load, but I'd have to make the object. I'd have to make them so big. Like, this is eroded terrain up here, right? Watch this. This is eroded terrain. If I made Waterworks out of eroded terrain, you'd have walls doing this. This is what I mean by the collision box is more simplified than the actual object, right? Which is extremely useful for ground, because whenever you walk up a slope, it's smooth. You don't have like bumping with your camera bouncing up and down, right? So you see me walking around, this is perfectly smooth. But because I've scaled it up so big, my feet would normally just be sinking a little bit into this terrain and it wouldn't be a problem. It wouldn't look bad at all. No one would even notice it's happening. But because it's so big, my whole body sinks into it. So you've got to like some areas are nice, like this area is really nice. Look, I'm clearly just standing on the eroded terrain, and then I'm in the eroded terrain. So you can kind of use that to make like hologram rocks if you want to. But anyway, does a lot of those kinds of objects cause lag or no? It doesn't, but because eroded terrain is actually very inexpensive, but having 3 of them is still more expensive than having 1 of these. But it does, but yeah, no, it doesn't cause a huge amount of lag, and its collision box is actually really solid because there's so few polygons. You're not going to clip through it by accident. You're going to only clip through the visual terrain of the the visual object terrain, but you're not going to clip through the actual object. So down here though, like this lip is so smooth instead of being like kind of rough, because. And like this whole thing where we were talking about earlier, where I can just kind of make it up there, even though there's that rock jutting out, right? And you'd think that I would have to clamber on that. It's not, it doesn't count. And I'm actually clipping into the terrain there, but you can't even tell because it's so small. It's such a small rock in comparison to that big one up there that it's not even a problem at all. You know what I mean? But yeah, it won't cause any drops in frame rate. But like, watch this. No bumps here at all. Perfectly smooth. No bumps even on this little hill here. You kind of saw a little bump because there's literally a big hill there. But like, this is all nice and smooth. That is clearly a part of the other eroded terrain that needs to be adjusted. Maybe by 0.2. So that it's maybe a little bit lower. So that it doesn't have a lip there. But like, you can kind of see that like, yeah, look at that. It's creating a lip. Okay, I gotta adjust something about these eroded terrains. To fix that, but basically, yeah, typically eroded terrains have a really good tendency to have really smooth like surfaces. You know, you can kind of just like run on them, and even though it looks like it would be bumpy, like this area, it looks like it would bump up, but I'm actually just sinking into the ground a little bit. This might actually be too much clipping here, so maybe this piece needs to be shrunk down a little bit to smooth it out. But you can also see how like nice the edge looks, you know, it looks eroded, like water eroded it, you know. But yeah, anyway. Are there lily pads? Yes, there are. Yes. So it's all like really cool. I really like eroded terrain, but like, for example, this is a big piece of eroded terrain. And watch this. I probably can walk inside the wall. Oh, that's a collision box from the eroded terrain. I'm hitting an invisible barrier because the eroded terrain, its simplified collision box is creating an invisible barrier here. That's not like the edge of the map or anything. That's the eroded terrain. And then like this is eroded terrain, and look, I'm inside of it. So you can see that's why you can't really use them for terrain of the main map. But you can use them if you're going to put player blockers inside of there to fix that, or if you're going to put other rocks there. On my desert one, for example, right here, I would have this right next to you, and then I just put another rock, like a smaller eroded terrain there that doesn't have that problem, or just a regular boulder there, and I would just fill it in and make it to where you don't actually have that problem there. And then over here, I'd put another rock here because it would fill in that collision box so it'd actually work. Did you think of maybe the river is creating a pod or lake at the bottom level of the map, or is it mainly cliff? I wanted it to be a really big cliff that keeps going really far down. And so it's gonna be a huge sheer cliff there. But what I was considering, and I might do this, was having a little like koi pond style thing. You see how the water is going this way? They might like have a little dig out over here somewhere or something like that near the the castle, where they might have like an area up here that was like a pond. Whereas over here it might be like rocks, you know? I might have a little like raised area for like the perimeter around the pond of like some rocks, and then like the pond itself, which might be cool. You definitely can use them in map as long as you don't scale a mess. Exactly, which is what I'm doing here. And so I'm using a mix. I'm using a mix of both, which is, I think, working out really well. And I think is the best option. The best option for this map, at least. Not every map, but for this map. Because I like having like some of them be sheer rocks and where like nothing is growing, and then some of them being more like alive. But like this piece right here, like I said, these two both need to be deleted and replaced with something that effectively does the same thing. But yeah, I wish I was fast and effective at art. I just can't do it, Lamau. I mean, yeah, you're gonna get faster the more you do it, though. Your blockout's getting faster and faster. Like I noticed at the beginning of your blockout for your new map, it was, you know, it was 1 speed, and now you're like completely faster, or like significantly faster. Let's see. High ground uses a roads and map. Yeah, I imagine you use a lot of them there, and but high ground is a 4v4 map, not a big team battle map. High ground has a significantly larger budget to play with. But basically, this is how you would deal with this, and you just have like that texture to match this texture, basically. And then now you can't even go there because of the problem with the other problem, but at least here, you can't clip into it. You can kind of climb it, though, but yeah. Anyway, that kind of like fixes that. I mean, obviously, it's not pretty yet. I'd have to like find a good angle, like this or something. But yeah. But I also like this stuff. And I put it here on purpose. Like, this is its own little piece that like doesn't even need to be here, but I put it here on purpose to create it, and I liked it. And I'm gonna make that go into rocks that are up here, which are going to, yeah. This is an eroded terrain as well. That's just really tall, but it looks like mud because it's the original basic eroded terrain. But yeah. So big team battle maps have a higher budget, so I can't just like throw them together. Like, I can't just put a whole bunch of smaller ones. That's the other thing, like, because I've got to deal with a smaller budget, effectively a smaller budget. That's not supposed to be like that. What happened? That wasn't supposed to be poking through. Weird. I must have, like, accidentally grabbed it at some point? Or did I have that poking through, and I'm just dumb? I think I might have just had that poking through. There we go. That fixes that. And it ruins that. Oh, no, wait. What is going on here? Okay, something definitely happened to this piece because it wasn't clipping into the staircase before either, so I think I need to scale it. It probably was supposed to be scaled up a little more. That hole is forming. Or something. That hole wasn't there before either. Did I, like, maybe the angle got twisted? I might have accidentally rotated this piece at some point. Well, anyway. That looks better. And then this is, you know, oh wait, there's an eroded terrain there causing a problem. There's, this piece is a really big, you know, archway, which might also have similar collision problems because it's the way it's built. I imagine it probably does. Let me try it and see what actually comes about if I try and run into it as a player. No, actually, yeah, see, like, this one's got a really good collision box. I don't have to worry. Oh, nope, there it is. Yeah, it does have some similar ones. So I need to make sure that, like, you can't, like, get inside of the terrain anywhere. But, yeah. So I will have to do some stuff with that, and I might have to break this apart and use smaller rocks to fill in the same gaps. But yeah. Which one is this? This one is... Oh, it's that rock. Do I even need this anymore? Kind of. No. Maybe if it's like out here, I do. Should I have this hole? Hold on. Maybe make one side look at the lake. It's muddy and like a mudslide with just more dirt and mud, but the other looks more overgrown and have more foliage. Testing will find that stuff. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So here's a question. Should I have this hole? It would be like a hole that doesn't really get you much except for like a bit of an angle there, but then you'd be able to like hop down outside the map, and it would kind of give you a little bit of one more way of attacking this base instead of just going straight down and facing them that way. Kind of create another vertical, you know, hopping point. You know what I mean? More options, the better. Yeah, I know, right? I can guarantee you, you'd still be able to do all the roads on here. There's a good chance, but I don't know if it's full. I can't bank on that at the beginning and then later have it backfire. Because I got some dynamic objects that are going to be in this, and all sorts of stuff like that. It's big team battle, so I'm going to have like all sorts of like game mode variations of stuff. Let's see. It's not just big team battle Slayer. I've got to, like, you know, actually have some good so actually have some like some of the big team battle variant modes. Oops. And all sorts of stuff like that. I just know that whenever I did Waterworks, I did in fact run into I ran out of budget, and I don't want to do that again. If I can avoid it, because cutting back is way harder, I think, than doing it right the first time. You know what I mean? Trying to get a good, like, connection point here that also creates some, like, good U-shaped rocks so that I know that these walls are solid. Yeah. And then, woo! And it puts you on the other side of this, which is kind of cool. Oh! Wait a minute. I know what I want to do with this. This is going to be really cool. So this waterfall is going to be here. But I flipped it over. Right? I went 45 degree and flipped it over. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, it was going to be like out here, right? Coming off the top of the surface up there, right? And that was going to be kind of cool. And I probably am going to either do another one over there or something similar. And it's now going to be that you're going to come out and it's going to be on the waterfall, behind the waterfall, which is going to be really cool. So that's going to be dope. Obviously, it's not a finished waterfall. It looks kind of weird, but yeah. Let's see. Let's see. More options, the better. I don't know if this is going to work for Big Team Battle, to be honest, with how the layout is. Know what you mean? Replying to Aaron. Don't know till it's tested, but it's definitely different from not a bad... different from not a bad thing. I think it's interesting. Could surprise everyone. I think you're right. It may be more of like an 8v8 style, but I think that it's going to become... I think it'll work. I have a really good feeling about it. Like, you got to remember there's going to be like a tunnel back here. Oh, Jesus Christ, what is freaking out my camera? You got to remember that there's going to be a tunnel back here. It's going to go up here to a bridge. That's going to come up here. There's going to be like a grav lift that launches you out here. Like, you're going to be able to do some... Like, it's mostly vertical, except for this back tunnel that makes a very horizontal effect to it. And in the end, it's going to be, I think, pretty detailed. Like, for example, you could have a firefight in here with someone that you're fighting with in these, like, the heights of this area. You know what I mean? Just like one-on-one inside of here, or even one-on-two inside of this building while you're fighting somebody, and then like chase them all the way up here. That'd be pretty quick, and you know, pretty quick movement there. You can get onto the roof, of course, and you can do all sorts. You're gonna be able to do a lot of stuff here. I think it's gonna work out just fine. Like I said, though, if it doesn't work for 24 man big team battle, it might work for 16, which will be pretty good. But yeah, I think whenever I replace this, whatever rock I replace it with should fill in enough of this, and then whatever I put up there should fill in enough of this to make it look really good. Let's see. Okay, so we were in the middle of doing this thing, and I think I need to copy all of this over to the other side, to the other one, so that I know how far down I need the land to be over here. Oh, come on. Here we go. Camera. Don't fight me on this. There we go. Boom. There we go. So that shows... Let's see. Maybe I should make the staircase over here go down shorter and actually have the terrain over here be closer to the same as over there. Or maybe even make this one slightly higher than over there. You know what I mean? Because I think that if that one's shorter than that one, then I feel like this one should be shorter than that one to balance it. Let's see. Is it going to be hard to advance through the middle with lack of cover? Like, will cross-mapping be an issue? Or do you think it would be okay? So down here, there's not going to be much cross-mapping. I mean, you might be able to shoot through that, but won't be a whole lot of cross-mapping down here. Get up here, now your cross-mapping is only straight across, and then that guy, and maybe up there. Once you get across, this is going to be rock, you know, and like a slope going this direction like on the other side, so you're going to have to deal with that. But like, yeah, I think that one will be fine on that height. That'll be a pretty perfect amount of cross-mapping. Up here, like let's say you grapple shot up here, and you're coming this direction. There might be some cross-mapping here, which is why I think this isn't necessarily final, that it's going to be this wide and open. And like, I might like, for example, have cliff going that way and then have like a stalactite kind of thing, like dangling down to sort of break line of sight here a little bit. Or I might just put some rocks here. Or I might put, you know, who knows, we'll figure that out. I guess the top will be okay since it's the highest area of the map, so it should be hard to hold down. Exactly. That is actually one thing that I had that I was thinking about before. Originally, I was going to have this sloped enough that that base could shoot up at it, but clearly I cut off the base's line of sight now. I think it's one thing that's kind of interesting that I need to hold down back to figure out if it's the case. Let's see. I just slapped these here. They're kind of in the way right now because I just moved them out of the way to put those pedestals in position. Let's see. And that is, what I'm wondering is... No, that's not going to work. Okay, actually I can now go back into this because I now have the equipment, so I can just go up here. I'm wondering if you can actually hop and then grapple across, straight across from the middle. I don't think you can. Yeah. Okay, alright. Nope. Oh, jeez. Okay, you can just barely do it probably right before you hit the water. Okay, the water, the music just stopped, and Aaron doesn't like this music anyway, so we're gonna go to... Aaron does not like the music from, what do you call this? Halo Legends. So I will go right back up to the top, we'll go back to Halo 3, and get some really top-notch music going. Let's see. So, yeah. Actually, looking at that side of the map from this side, it looks very different than than it did last time, than it does from the other side. Like, if I go over here and look across, which clearly this is rock is all different, but if I look over here, it's like, oh, there's just a little tunnel there and maybe a platform there, right? But then whenever you look at it from the other side, it's kind of like, you know, you got that, you know? There's a lot going on here. So I might have to do something like, you know, I was considering a bridge here, right? What I might have to do is with the bridge, make it bigger and give it a, like, gateway here that can break line of sight from up high. So you can, like, get into the archway and sort of, like, use it to block line of sight. And then when you have a minute, like whenever they're distracted or whatever, you can actually make your way across. And I was planning on doing like posts and like side rails, like a Japanese style bridge, so then I could maybe do another one in the middle if I have to balance it. If I have to balance it, you know, and that should work pretty well. This needs to be more toward the middle, and actually that brings it closer to that rock, which isn't bad. And then the bridge itself will be a shelter that you could hop under and break line of sight as you cross. So if I make the bridge wider, if I actually do go, I think this is confirming that I need to go ahead with the bridge. That was still enough. That was still up in the air. But if I end up with an arch bridge there, right, that you can use, it's like, you know, it's like a sort of archway gateway kind of thing there. Break line of sight, you could do that, and then you could like sort of sneak underneath it and break line of sight from over there and just have that. Or break line of sight over there and sort of like, you know, open yourself up over there. But then you could get across without being on the bridge and go underneath. Which means warthogs will go over the top, right? Vehicles will be going over the top, but then players will be going under the bottom. Oh, let's see. I guess the top would be okay. Yeah, we had giant lily pads. That might be cool. Maybe you could use them to jump across the deep water. That's cool. I like the bridge. Yeah, I think the bridge is a good idea. I think I'm using a wall piece. Yeah, wall curve triple. So I can't like scale it down this way like I could if I used a like a curve piece. But I do kind of, I mean a basic. But I think I just have to have the arch be the, you know. Oh, you know what? I could make it less curved by doing this. There we go. Just clip more of it into the ground, and that should solve the problem. And obviously it'll be that height over here, or roughly that height. And then what I'm going to do, this is something I saw someone else do that made their archways really, really cool. I just saw this in one of their maps and was like, that's really cool. I'm going to have to keep that in mind for later. Is that they did, like if you just do this, first off, you've got yourself a sidewall. Secondly, you can go down and sort of like make a multi-layered thing where each one is a different texture. For example, if I wanted to go in, a recess one, like I could have a different texture on the bottom and then another one up there, or have the same texture on both, but then like, you know, I can, like let's say I did this, and then I go a little farther in to make it a little more interesting, and then bring it across, then you can like art the crap out of this with some cool layered versions of curves. And that gives it a lot more depth for something being just a single curve piece, you know? That's cool. I like it. Will you add rocks in the water? Oh, wow. Apparently I ran out of disk space for the recorder. Let's see. I think that's because I didn't delete all of my old videos. I just deleted like 4 or 5 of them. Will you add rocks in the waterfall so if you fall down it, the rocks will push or keep you aligned instead of falling through nothing? Yes, I will. Yes. And I'm planning on, I'm scripting it to where there's going to be an area monitor that whenever you enter it, or rather while you're in it, it's going to shove you this way until you get to the edge, and it's going to shove you right off the edge. And you're going to fall down here, and then it's going to script to push you right through the middle. It'll actually probably funnel you into the middle and then keep going. Which means once you're in the middle, you can actually stand here. So kind of like on this one, it'll shove you onto here, and you can kind of like fight it and get to the side. So you'll be able to like sort of recover. But then if you don't, if you fail to recover or something happens and you fall into the water here, you're going to get shoved off and fall. And your last chance is one of this wheel's blocks if it rotates down just right and you land on it, or if you fall off to the side and you land over here. Those are going to be your last chances of survival. But yeah. Let's see. You're getting hungry? Okay. Yeah, we're planning on doing dinner real soon, actually. Probably got to get up pretty much now, but yeah, I'd say just add 2 thick, skinny ones on each side, like it's bent wood instead of being the same width as the bridge. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, I might use terrain because terrain will be. I can get a terrain piece that curves smoothly, and I can also get a terrain piece like this, like that has like the boulders built into its like normals map. Like that's not something you can change. If you change the texture, I don't have any rocky texture on this one at all, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I don't. It's grass, mud pocked, and then grass A, and those bumps there are actually part of the terrain piece. So like if I bring this out and this one's the bowl one, so obviously it's a little different. But this side has some rocks on it, and then I can also add rocks like river rocks to it, or something to that effect. But basically one of those is probably going to be inside of here so that you slide across it whenever you're getting pushed by my script, and then it's going to roll you right off the edge. Which is probably going to be, actually, like I could slap that in right this second, because it would be terrain. Probably helper 60 degrees. And then I would flip it, and put it in... what's the best angle for this? See, if I scale it, it's going to change the way that the arch works. And if I go under the river this way, then I can put this under the waterfall. I've just got to find the exact scaling that needs to be used. This one will block off the waterfall, so... Oh, wait, actually, it's getting too long now I think about it. This piece may not be the one to use. Because, you know, if it goes too far, then I can't grav lift you through the waterfall. Like, up through the waterfall, so yeah. Anyway, the point is, something like that. I'd say... Oh, wait, hold on. I can... What am I doing? I can use this same angle and just flip it this way. And then have it like that, I think. Or something. Maybe not, but yeah. I might have to have another terrain piece feed into this one or something. I don't know, we'll figure that out. Point is, a giant terrain piece that looks like a tongue. Something like that. The map... did my map really fast? Oh, yeah. You want me to check out something you said in Discord? So yeah, that's how the map is coming along. You're right. If I'm going to hop into your map before the end... That's sort of the blocked out angle. Obviously over there is still empty. Blocked out angle. This side's going to be really cool because the structure is actually going to stretch up to here. And it's going to be like destroyed, eroded, like rocky surfaces and stuff like that. With like stone floor, like, you know, walkway and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, this side's going to be very different from over here. This is all like, you know, shrines and temples and stuff like that. And then the royalty lived here. So it's going to be a little bit different, a little bit more of a fortress. And that's going to be a little bit more of a fortress as part of that. And then this one, of course, is still going to be a sort of a shrine. That's like almost like their personal shrine of that one. But this one's going to be a reinforced fortress coming up from there, which is going to receive, you know, similarly. Anyway, okay, yeah, okay. So you want me to, yeah, let's go ahead and save it and say, added some shrines and shit. There we go. And then leave forge. I'm gonna quick save because I just realized I put the S word in there and it might block that for some reason. SJ Soccer 18, how's it? Thanks for the applause. Dance. I know. I heard you a minute ago. You came in here like 2 minutes ago and said the exact same thing. I know, I'm getting off. That's the whole point of what I'm doing. Will you let me do it instead of interrupting as I do it? Nomolos, Discord 2 will. Yes, I'm just going to do that while it's loading into the map. That way we can save on time. Okay, let's see. What did you send? Oh, wait. DM or the TikTok? I think it's a DM. Oh, nice. Yes. This very cool bridge. Yeah, see? I can do like a white, and then I can do that under one. I can make it be the red. I can make them be thin instead of making it go all the way across, for example, and make it go onto a support structure. That looks a lot like a Torii gate in the way that it's like styled. Having those down there will break line of sight between players that are down there so that the area under the bridge won't be boring. And then tired. Oh, yeah. And then, yeah, and then I can do stuff like this. I think I'm going to actually even, where's open a new tab? Okay. Open the image in a new tab so I can... this website apparently does not want me to Pinterest this. You've got a watermark. Like, what do you think is going to happen? Oh, man. What do you think I'm going to do? Okay, wait. Are these pictures different? Do these count as separate pictures? Okay, I'll just have to find a similar one. But yes, these are exactly a great example of what I was talking about. Oh, wait. Reopen, close tab. Reopen, close tab. That right there. That stone structure on the end. That's something I need as well. Block that's made of stone pieces. So that'll be cool. Okay, your map is loaded in. Let's go take a look. Print screen. Oh, I could do print screen. But then I'd have to like upload it to put it in my Pinterest. So I'd have to like save it in a folder. I can definitely do that later though. Okay, so I'm gonna want to be able to drive. So I don't think I need to drive a tank. I'll just get into something else. Actually, I'll fly around first, and then I'll get into it. Oh, nice. You got some lights. You got the tower. Oh, one question I had while I was watching you build this is, what is in this building other than balconies? Because I feel like if you're gonna put balconies the way you did, which is really, really cool, to make that make more sense, you might need to make something on the outside of the building, like protruding rooms or something like that, you know what I mean? That's a good point. Yeah, exactly. Like maybe have it come like up to like there or something and then get wider and then come up, or like, you know what I mean? Or something to that effect, which would make it loom over the road, which might be kind of cool looking. And then that would kind of imply that there's rooms inside of the balconies. And the balconies are just like part of the interior. And then you could do the same over here. And then you could have these like be like, I don't know, doors or something like that to more structure. That was something I couldn't explain in text. I was like, I could just like ribbed. Yeah, exactly. And I was just thinking, I was like, you know, oh yeah, no, that's right. You're right. That'd be really cool to have like this side. There's clearly a balcony right there. So then you add rooms outside here, but you don't have to have the rooms outside on this side. Then on this side, wherever that balcony is, like around here or whatever, you do have rooms. And then over here, you have them up there. Yeah, so where they're like, that would kind of be really cool. That might be really awesome. You could even like have the rooftops of each of those sections have like plants growing on them or something like that. Like a little like rooftop garden kind of thing for the people who live there. And that might be kind of cool looking. But I don't know if that's too much budget to do the rooftop garden thing. Oh, that would be dope. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't explain the thing about the balconies without me sounding like I hated the balconies, and I didn't want to start describing it during your stream, because then you might go, oh no, you're right, delete the balconies, and I was like, no, and so I didn't want to even get started to explain that until I could explain it with the stream. But yeah. Oh, I didn't see you build this part. That was part of the thing I was away from keyboard for. So I saw you have a single ramp coming up and then going in, and I was going to basically suggest something akin to this, but not exactly. No, actually nowhere near this because I didn't even have that in mind or anything like that. And yeah, so I had an idea that was similar to this that I was going to suggest anyway. But this is way cooler. I think it's really unique because it means that you can like you can defend this from people over there, and like, you know, you have some protection against vehicles down there, and then you got to deal with the vehicles coming around you. So like, it's a good like wrap around combat zone. You know what I mean? I like that a lot. And then this is really cool. I was wondering if you wanted. I'll jump out of this and get into Mongoose and show you what I was going to say, but I'll ask about that in a second. This hole right here I like because it'll balance against the destroyed area over here for the trains that busted through, right? So you can have like the collapsed area over there from the trains busting through be equivalent to the busted through area over here, and have it all related to the collapsing and stuff like that. And that's gonna be really cool, I think. Because this side, of course, it's asymmetrical, so it's straight, and then it curves that way. Well, this allows people to stand here and shoot down the road, the same way that like a hole over here allows them to stand here and shoot down the road, or down over here would allow them to shoot down the road, right? So like that's a really good. I wanted to say that as well whenever you were streaming, but I was like, I'm not gonna be able to type that up without you understanding what I'm talking about. You'd be like, which hole? You know what I mean? I'd be like, the broken part. It's like there's so much broken road. How could you possibly judge that? But yeah, anyway. Oh, one more thing was that this road would probably end, and then this road would have to be lower, because if this area sunk down that far, then this road would no longer be level with this. So this is perfect, but then like I think that you should bring that down and then make it like sort of be a doorway into that part of the wall or something like that. I just like the destroyed look. Exactly. That way this road like maybe went into a doorway in the middle of this part of the gate that used to be higher up, but then it collapsed about as far down as this is, you know? And then that would just like level that out. And so like basically everything you did is really awesome. I just had some like tiny little things to say, either praise or nitpicks here and there. But yeah, okay, now I want to drive around because I want to see how this flows. So I can even come up into the base here, which is cool, but it's dangerous. I hear you, I'm coming, don't worry. And then you can come up here, which is cool, as an alternate path to get back up, which is all really cool. This is very Warthog friendly. I like this a lot. This map is gonna be like, there's gonna be so much Warthog play on here. So like jumps across here could also potentially work. And I was wondering if you wanted to make it to where they wouldn't work, except for maybe for something like a mongoose or a ghost, or something like that. Like if you had like a jump that like a warthog gets stopped, but a ghost can like get over or something like that. Because I didn't know this until recently, but the way to make the ghost pop a wheelie like in previous ones is the right bumper, and I didn't know that. I was trying to hit the A button to do it, and it wasn't doing anything. So apparently while you're thrusting and you hold down the right bumper, at least on my control scheme, it does that. I can do that. RB, yeah. I didn't know that until, like, you know, the other day. Whenever I was finally testing. I think I was on your map, actually. Last time we were on the map together. But yeah. So I'm loving all this. I think this is awesome. I love the fact that it's broken. You can have, like, all those, like, rebar poking out and stuff like that. And with this, like, the way you got it like this is a great example. Buddy, come on. Where if it broke this way, then you can jump that way, but like you can't go up right here because like a warthog will hit that and get stopped. So like you've got like, you know, in New Mombasa they have those ramps that come up and face opposite directions. You have a naturally occurring broken road, collapsed road version that does something very similar, which is going to be really cool whenever you've got your final road like all set up and stuff like that. And I think that's going to be awesome. Also, I think that you can jump this height. Yes, you can. So you can make it up that hole. What did you say? Seen a few people on Twitter doing the same map remake, and I'm tired of it. That middle structure is so different too. I didn't know what to do, so it's nice changing it. Wait, multiple people on Twitter are remaking the same map right now? Let's see. That middle structure is so different too. I didn't know what to do, so it's nice changing it. Yeah, this one here, and like figuring out what you're doing, and like, yeah. Oh, in the original you didn't know what to do, so it's nice changing it. I see what you're talking about. Yeah. Some of these roads might be like a fall to death kind of situation, which might be cool. Like if you wanted to make this like broken portion be above like a giant pit that sort of falls all the way to the swampy, you know, surrounding territory, that might be kind of dope. or even have like water. But it might just fall into the subway, so that's up to you. In fact, that one might already just... Yeah, no, that hole that's like right around there-ish will fall out of the map and bring you to death, which might be kind of cool. Yeah, at least 3 people are doing Halo 3 Landfall. Oh, man. Landfall? Is that the... Landfall, is that the one that Unique is in the middle of? That's like the I hear you, and I'm coming in a minute. Let me finish. Is Landfall the one that... like, why did I build the map too high? No, I think it's perfect. I think this is great. I think if we put like a giant chunk of like rock and stuff like that underneath it, it'll look really good. As like, because like a subspace field, right? It doesn't care if there's matter there. It severs straight through, right? It just makes it moves all this stuff into slipspace without any chemical or mechanical bonds being able to prevent anything from getting ripped off. So all of the ground underneath, the giant like pylon beams shoved into the bedrock for these giant structures, for example, all that's going to get severed and go with it. Landfall is the Halo 3 promo video with ODSTs. Oh, wait, which? Oh, you mean Landfall? Oh, the Neil Blomkamp videos. I know what you're talking about now. They're remaking Landfall? That's interesting that they're doing that, but why are they all streaming the same build? Like they're all working together? Or did they just all decide to remake it at the same time? Because that's weird if they all decided to remake it at the same time. Ah! Oh, so the ground will be with it too. Yeah, so like everything underneath there would have come with it, but it would be like a sphere, right? So this area would not necessarily have had all of its ground because it might be at the edge of the sphere, which curves down, and so it might have landed. It also might not have had as much bedrock, might have been more soil. So whenever it got brought here, or maybe even when it was up in space, it might have floated away, you know what I mean? It might have broken and crumbled away and floated into space. And whenever the Sentinels brought it here, that area might have been missing a lot of its bedrock, which is why it then collapsed. But it's also, like I said, it's further on the sphere, the curvature of the sphere. So whenever it gets dropped, it'll roll and crumble into it, you know what I mean? All different builds from different people. That is really ridiculous that coincidentally, they all decided to do it at the same time. Someone must have requested it on a forum or something like that at some point recently, and a bunch of people said, I'll do it, without reading that the other people were even involved. And they should all just, like, seriously just get together and co-forge. Like, I don't understand why they're not doing that. Well, I do understand, actually, previous forges... It was terrible experience co-forging. This one, because there's version history and stuff like that, it's actually a pretty solid experience. Even though it now adds undo, and undo gets lost whenever you're co-forging, it's still a better experience than co-forging back in the day, because, you know, you never even had to worry about undo back then. But anyway, yeah. Don't know, but it definitely isn't necessary. I 100% agree. I assume they're all getting ready for campaign AI to be added, but that could still be like 6 months away or more. Like, we don't know when it's coming. That could be the next, that could be the very next season, or it could be the season after that, and that means 8 months. You know what I mean? Like, we kind of only just started this season, right? About a month ago. So like, or about a couple weeks ago. But like, if it could literally take still another like 3 seasons. We have no idea when the actual campaign AI is going to be added in. That's going to be a really cool jump whenever the rest of this building is here. So I'm really, that's why I'm not like super gung-ho about going straight into my, I do want to go into, like a part of me is like wanting to just immediately go into my, campaign stuff and making it. And the fact that this is going to be in my campaign stuff makes me feel really happy, because that means one map is like ready to go, even though it's not the beginning of the story. And then well, not ready, I still have to make a variant of it that's like campaign ready, where it's got like the story set up. But probably I'm going to end up making it like start on one side of the map and then use this central road to get across this main road here. It's going to ask you to go across this because something about the road down below is going to be all like wrecked, maybe something like a wrecked, you know, spaceship or something like that, some kind of vehicle is wrecked into it, or something to that effect that makes it even like difficult or impossible to traverse down there, or something to that effect. And you're going to go over that and come across to the other side of the map, and then once you get over here, something's going to happen that's going to have you like go down into the subway and make your way back across, and then come up like through your hole in the ground or something like that, and it's going to be past, like, through this hole in the ground. It's going to be on the other side of the barricade, and then you're going to have to make your way this way. I'm going to do something to that effect with the layout. Is like I've already got like ideas of which route I'm going to take based on what you have now, but I'll obviously completely rebuild that, like redesign that route based on like, you know, what the final version of the map actually is. So don't feel like you need to continue to can't hear you over children. I know, right? My son is right below me, like, yeah, let me get closer to the mic. But basically, like, yeah, as you redesign the map and stuff like that, I'll also redesign how that goes. Because I don't know, buddy, come on. Liam, shh. For a minute, I'm about to give everyone food. We're about to make dinner. So go ahead into the other room and wait for me there, okay? I'm going to get off and make dinner, but you'll have to let me finish. This route, I don't know what's going to go this way. I don't know what's in the middle here. I might, for example, start you off inside this building. What's going to be here? Have it blocked off on that side. Have you come out here and then see the roads blocked off and have to come up here and like secure this building or something like that as part of the plot, and then make your way around here. So I've got some ideas. But anyway, the point is that yeah. You're going to probably change things, and then I'm going to have to change my plan, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, so Discord. You said Discord. Go to Discord. Let's check the Discord. Okay, ooh. These are cool. Ha, yes, exactly. Like Kame's Lookout from Dragon Ball Z, but natural instead of like, you know, artificial. But that is, yes, exactly. A slip space bubble ripped out the ground with the city on part of the city on top, and it still has portions that are like seared at the edges, and the rock down here would be probably all burned, but we won't see that anyway. But there is a burned rock if you want to use those burned rocks for that kind of thing, for the bottom of the terrain. But then that would be like embedded into swamp terrain and stuff like that, so it wouldn't necessarily be burned anymore. It'd probably be all muddy and nasty. So you could do whatever you want to do there. But the point is that, yeah, and then this here is like an actual city on top of one, which is really cool. And of course this one, yours version would have like roads going right up to the edge and stuff like that. But this is like, yeah, this looks like Asgard from the what do you call it? The Marvel movies. So Avengers Age of Ultron? Kinda, yeah. A lot like that. See in Halo 2, whenever they open the slip space field above the city, it does the same thing. It severs the rooftops of a bunch of buildings and brings it with them all the way to the exit of their slip space portal. And then it's just free floating in space. And then the in amber clad, what's her name? Miranda Keyes has the in amber clad. Is it the in amber clad? No, the clad is in Halo 3, isn't it? It's I think, right? She brings the clad down to the Ark, right? The other one, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the in amber clad is Halo 2. And now I can't remember what the other one's called, even though I normally can. Anyway, the point is, those rooftop buildings that float through are also related to my storyline. That's the first mission of one of the characters' plot lines. Anyway, the point is that yeah, this whole severed area will be kind of a lot like those rooftops got severed and just brought through slip space. It's cool that it has its own edge that you would die if you fell off. I know, right? So it'll just naturally have that like edge, and you don't have to worry about it. And people will probably wonder what the heck is going on, but that's where the description of the map comes in. You can mention, we can formulate a single sentence description that somehow explains the fact that it was ripped out of its original location with a slip space portal and dumped off at this new location. So it'll be really confusing and hard to understand, and people will maybe, if we can figure out how to make the edges glow with like red hot still or something, it wouldn't be hot anymore. Maybe you'd just be charred, but like, yeah. Okay, going to bed? Okay, yeah, that's good. Anyway, I gotta get off anyway, so that's good timing. Let me see if I can raid somebody. Let's see, who's on? I think, yeah, we have enough viewers to host somebody, not raid somebody. I will always end up saying that wrong, I think. But like Real Life Spartan and Ripshade and Unique, no one's on right now. Ripshade, if you're planning on getting back on tonight, you can go live and I could host you. We will figure it out. Yeah, exactly. About the edges, the charred edges. But if you're not planning on it, then no big deal. I'll just go find somebody. Halo Infinite. Oh, also, I was gonna rename my stream to be like, to mention that I am, to mention that I'm, trying to get to affiliate. Be like you did, Ripshade, because that worked really well. See, making a 4v4 Halo map is still what it says Oh man, I'm making a big team battle map now. I'll probably get on later, but yeah, just find someone. I haven't decided when I'm going live again. Okay, cool. Who is a good one to host? I don't know. I always have to just pick somebody at random. I'll grab... I have no idea. I don't watch any of these people. Okay, wait, hold on. Real quick, is anyone in Forge? No, I'm not seeing anyone in Forge. This guy is, I think, in a Forge map, though. One of the official ones. Look at that. He's in a Forge map. That's good enough, right? Alright, here we go. Achak. Or whatever, however you pronounce his name. Creator. Host. Paste. Start host. Okay, I will catch you guys later. And on YouTube, I'm gonna have to sign off again because YouTube always takes a couple more seconds because they don't get hosted. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Oh wait, you said yeah, update that info. Lol, do it before you get off. Let's go. Okay. I didn't do that. Okay, so anyway,
Oh shit. Will, thank you so much for the host. Holy shit.
Let's see.
It. How's it going? If I had Patrick set up, I would definitely shout you out. But everyone follow Will. Alright, I'm sniping. How are the games? How was your stream, my friend? Everything going? What games were you playing?
Chalk up another one for the big green.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I make Forge maps on my stream, so if you want to help support me making maps for the community, I'd love to eventually hit affiliate. Yes, that's, yeah, there. Okay, on YouTube. You guys are just sitting around watching me type that. I'll sign off now, and I'll catch you guys later. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Bye.
Man.